Namaste and welcome. Different sense of space that we're all in at the moment, so we're going to make the most of this and create space at home somewhere. This will be different for me as well because I'm teaching but I have no students in this space, but I'm aware that you're out there and I'm just trying to put it out there to keep you all connected in some way. So the aim is to, especially today being our first one, and for me to get used to technology and just talking to an empty space, but to share. Okay, so we're going to move into some classic Vinyasa Flow that we know. Also, I will keep you posted. We've got the meditation in the pipeline, so I've done all the recording, it's just someone's doing some editing for me. We will be having an opportunity to tap into some pranayama breathing practice. So the YouTube ones are really based on keeping the Vinyasa flow going for you. So you haven't got to worry about so much about practice sheets and having me to guide you. So let's start our journey. So lying in Shavasana, relaxation pose. Namaste. And as you create this space for yourself now, it is a space where we learn to tap into our energies, a space to be able to quieten the busyness of our mind, and to explore the different textures, layers of our body, to tap into the vital energies, the prana that flows within, your breath, your heart's rhythm. Mindful in your practice to take options and variations along the way, depending on how you feel. Let's take this journey now and start to settle in now. As you're laying in Shavasana relaxation pose, bending both the knees now. A really nice way to just quieten the busyness of our mind is to connect with belly breathing. It's just really good foundation to center you. Both the knees are bent now. You can stay with this if this is an option for you, otherwise butterfly both the legs out. And come into some restful breathing into belly. I like to relax my hands under my tummy so I can actually physically feel the rise and fall of my breath in my belly. But if you prefer to relax arms alongside, feel free. Connecting at your own pace now. Feel into the rise and the fall of the breath. The belly rises on the inhale. Relaxes on the exhale. The mind starts to become steady. Starting to extend the breath now, so you feel the chest starting to rise. Subtle lift in the collarbone, and the breath will gently release and totally empty, let go. Breath finds its way back in again. Feel the chest rise, lift collarbone, and empty the breath. Taking another nice deep breath at your own pace. Knees come back in together now and give your knees a hug. Gentle pendulum swing from side to side. And both feet come back to the earth now. We're just going to get a little core awareness going with our practice. So just having both knees bent and having them hip distance. Just going to bring in some movement into the pelvis. And so it will tilt back and you'll get that real hollow space in the lower back when you tilt the pelvis forward. I'm not physically lifting the buttocks off the earth. I can feel my sacrum anchored to the earth and I can feel my lower back to the earth, even though tilt it back. So let's make that connection now coming into the foundation. Nice inhale into belly. And a nice exhale when you tilt the pelvis forward. A nice inhale tilts the pelvis back, tailbone moves back. And a nice exhale, tailbone will tilt forward, sacrum to the earth, lower back. Now you're starting to feel the foundation of the base of the core here. Nice inhale when you take it back. And when you exhale, tilt forward, bring in the brace, the pelvic floor and the core. Nice inhale, relax it all when you take it back. And a nice exhale when you tilt forward. I'm not lifting the buttocks off the earth, I'm just tilting the pelvis and the sacrum's anchored to the earth. Hold the brace in the pelvic floor core. So natural breathing comes in. So you physically feel the brace and you can breathe natural. And soften, tilt it back. And tilt it forward, bring in the brace. Feel the base of the foundation, the pelvic floor and core. So you're going inside this body, natural breath. And release the tilts, relax. So now we're going to come into some more core strengthening. So this one you're not physically really pushing that lower back into the earth and you're not really making this intense. So all you're doing is coming into the foundation. So just here, neutral spine. Let's see if you can just physically hold that brace, that pelvic floor core. And I didn't alter my pelvis. I still just am physically holding that brace. And I still have that neutral spine. And relax. So I'm going to bring your knees up now, tabletop position. So shins, flex the feet if you feel like you just keep forgetting those shins are meant to be nice and steady here. So it's like you're resting or balancing something here. So just for now, I've still got that. I'm not pressing firm, hard. I just still have that neutral spine and steady in the core. So I'm just going to make little cactus arms here, relax here for now. So taking your right leg away on the inhale and exhale, bring this one back in. On the inhale, extend your left. On the exhale, bring this one back in. On the inhale, the right moves away, and on the exhale, bring this one back in. Now your pelvis shouldn't be moving at all, and you're starting to feel that little wow factor in the belly and the base of your core. So with each one, if you're finding it a bit strong, just don't take it so low. Keep it to the point where you can maintain until you build up on your strength here. And you're just alternating from side to side. Good one to continue practicing even after the practice. Okay, bring it in. You can practice this anytime. Give your knees a hug. Nice breath in the belly. So more variations coming in, so just be okay. If you want to stay with the first one you just did, stay with that one, otherwise tabletop. So shin, knees, shins, arms, extend this time. And remember your core. So it's all good and well, we can swing our arms all around, but if we're not using this, that's where we can leave ourselves open for bringing in strain for back. So let's get the foundation steady. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So what I'm going to do for this opposite arm, opposite leg, so we don't get too confused, let's bring it back in, steady here. You're going to bring the opposite hand over to the opposite knee as you extend. And then you're not getting confused. So if you're just moving into the opposite, tap the knee, and bring it in. Tap, bring it in, and that way it's important that we do opposite movements. Opposite movements are really important to keep that challenge of the left and right hemispheres of your brain. And as I'm talking here, we should be feeling like, wow, okay, tummy's saying I'm needing a rest. So it's really welcome in the belly breath. So in a butterfly, both the knees out now. Lengthen a little down at the base. The pelvis will start to gently rock backwards and forwards. And give your knees a hug. Let's make our way around now to the hands and knees. And let's move into our classic cat. So remember with your cat, if your elbows are bent, you're not supporting yourself up here, so you're just going to send all that weight through your wrist. So bring in strong arms, bring in good foundation. So coming into the classic cat now, as you tilt the pelvis forward, look up towards the navel, nice exhale. Nice inhale. And a nice exhale. And inhale. So bring in some lovely forward, backward movement through the whole spine. And making sure when you do the cat, when you tuck it under, that you bring in that same foundation, base of core. And now coming into neutral spine. Just coming into opposites for balance with bringing in the foundation of awareness. So now as I'm extending my right leg, before I ever lift it, I'm starting to switch on through the glute. And I'm still staying steady in the core, so that when I lift and extend, I'm not collapsing, I'm keeping myself nice and steady. So as soon as you lose the core stability there, you lose it here. So we want to look after the back and maintain the strength in the leg and your arms, natural breath. Gently you bring this one back in and slowly changing sides. Nice and steady. And gently bring this one in. And just changing over with this body awareness. Try not collapse the hip. Try and keep yourself steady. Support yourself nicely. And one more through to the other side. And gently coming in. Just going to warm up the spine a little more. So let's go moving into threading of the needles. So open up to the front of the room. And a nice exhale, thread through. Nice inhale, open. And let your shoulder relax to the earth as you thread through like someone's taking your hand. Nice inhale. And nice exhale. And one more open. And relax this one to the earth. Changing sides, nice inhale. And a nice exhale. Nice inhale and open. Nice exhale. Nice inhale. And just take one more through. And open. And relax to the earth. So from here now we're going to move into a mountain, but we're going to stay with bent knees. So learn to use the strength of your arms to support you here. And extend the hips, stay with the bent knees. So really feeling a lengthening coming down from the base of the spine. You can even relax the head. And gently coming back down to the hands and knees. And open up, tailbone sky and heart opens. And a nice exhale. Extend hips, relax into the breath, get used to that feeling of lengthening. Relax the head. And one more down to the hands and knees. Open up. Take it back under. Extend the hips. And if your hamstrings are ready to wake up a little bit more lengthening, maybe not not quite so open yet, depending on your hamstrings. Relax the head. And slowly now you're going to walk your way through to the front of your mat. And you can roll up through the spine, or you can come with me with a flat back. Heart space. We're just going to warm up a little more, and then we're going to move into a familiar practice, our nice balance sequence, just so all of us can just feel like we're in a comfort place. It's nice to be connected with something familiar for now. So let's come in. We've been doing this for warming up as our practice. So we're not interlacing, we're just touching the tips of the head. Okay, so nice inhale, open up the chest, and exhale. Nice inhale, open, and exhale. Open up the chest. And exhale. So you're getting in that thoracic area of the spine. And exhale. And each time you tilt forward, you should still feel that foundation. And open. And exhale. And relax that one down. So that's nice. It gets you in your thoracic spine. So we're just going to move in and bring in some nice twisting now, but a little bit more dynamic. So just find your feet hip distance, or maybe a little wider depending on your body. And starting now to bring the legs in a little more. We're going to start moving into opposites again, that coordination of movement. So this also too, remember we've still got that neutral spine. I'm not crunching forward, I'm not doing a crunch. I'm just doing like a little marching, opposite sides, and getting just everything to warm up nicely and relax it down. Close your eyes and just tap into the energies. We're going to move into our practice, so being mindful of time. Please take blocks if you need blocks for lunging through. Take blocks if you like them for support for forward folds. Anywhere, they're really good to use, especially if you have tight hamstrings. They're a nice way to help you. I actually like them too. They create a nice sense of height and ease when you're moving through, so be okay with that. Coming into the heart space now as we start preparing for our balance sequence. Hands into the heart space. Closing our eyes, come into the foundation, and that's your feet. So conscious of the surround of the feet, the foundation of your feet. Our feet offer a lot of support in our practice. And the grounding feeling. So just being aware of your feet. Let's move up a little higher now to the legs. I want you to just switch on through your thighs, your glutes and your core. Feel all of that become active. Feel that physical hold. And then physically soften this so the legs relax, the buttocks muscles, pelvic floor, core. Bring that awareness in, switch it all back on again. So this is kind of like just bringing in that foundation of that stability, especially when we're moving into balances. And relax it all. And gently opening up your eyes now. So just reinforcing that when we're coming into balance, that physically switching on here is really creating that space of steadiness in the body. So when you come into balance now, hands in the heart space, having your left foot grounded nice and steady, and with the foundation moving into your single leg lock. Shoulders are back, you can take it behind the knee, remember if that's for you. And obviously just focus here, find that focus point, nice and steady in the breath. And slowly changing sides, bring in the foundation of that active awareness and take it in through the left. And nice and steady in the breath. Stay centered in your body. And slowly changing sides. Bring in the foundation right from the base. That's your foot, your leg, base of core. Heart space is open. And slowly changing sides. Always bring in the foundation. It's like the right leg is a tree trunk. It's strong, steady. You're in the base of the core. The natural breath. And relax. Come back to heart space. Let's reach up to the sky. Let's take that swan dive. You can bend the knees if you want to. Relax forward into a forward fold. Roll the shoulders back. Come into a flat back, halfway lift. You can use blocks for this one. Getting used to that feeling of a flat back. We can rest onto the shins. And relax forward. Bent knees is totally fine. Remember, you can use yoga blocks as you're lunging back. So from now, roll the shoulders back, extending your right leg back into equestrian. Let's reach it up to the crescent vinyasa. Option to release that back foot if you want to open up into the hip flexor more. And watch the alignment here of your front leg. Hands come back to the earth. Lift and move into the mountain. Nice and steady here. Steady in the breath. Next, relaxed. Remember, you can still have bent knees to bring in that foundation of lengthening of spine if you're not quite having that uncertainty of extending. And coming down to the knees. Reset alignment if you find your arms aren't really supporting you. And opposites for balance, that right leg, left arm, and stay steady here. Base of core, nice breath. Gently changing sides. Right arm, left leg. Nice and steady in the breath. You can leave both hands down if you're just still building on the foundation of core strength and balance. And gently coming into your side arm balance now. So the left arm in line with the shoulder. And extending your right leg. You can just reach to the sky. You can have that foot still grounded if you want to, or flex foot, take it off the earth. Turn the palm around, bring it behind. Nice and steady. Slowly release, coming down. Changing over to the other side, please take the option that's for you. You can leave that foot grounded to the earth or taking it off the earth, flex the foot. Turn the palm of the hand around, bring it behind. Chest, heart space is open, nice breath. Reach back, coming back down, and back to the hands and knees. And make your way back to your mountain, bent knees is fine. Nice breath. And slowly now, remember you can use your blocks. You're starting to bring your left leg through, back to equestrian, and reach up to the crescent vinyasa. Hands to the earth, step through, hand to foot, relax, and roll up the spine. Relax. Coming back to the heart. Coming back into balance, only this time you're going to change. So nice and steady, strong foundation in the right leg as the left leg starts to rise. Nice and steady. And slowly release. Bring in the foundation through the left side. Move it through to the right. Slowly changing sides. Reaching it up. Remember your options. Take it behind the knee if you're not ready to bring it into the full leg lock. But still stay neutral spine. Room for breath. And slowly release. One more through to the right. And slowly release. Move into that swan dive forward fold. Relax. Roll the shoulders back, come into halfway lift. Using blocks, remember if you want to, or shins. And relax down. Extending the left leg back into equestrian. Reaching up, crescent vinyasa. Hands back to the earth, move into the mountain. Bent knees is fine. Coming back down to the hands and knees. Maybe reset arms depending on how you've come into the position. Let's move into opposites again with a variation. But stay steady in the core, strong in the glute. Staying with this variation, otherwise bending the knee, taking the toe, and really extending to come into half bow pose. Slowly release. Setting the foundation, extending. Opposite sides now. The left leg, right arm. Bending the knee and coming into your half bow. Gently release. Coming into your side arm balance, which is also in yoga, we move it into what we call side plank. So option to stay with the knee down. So when you're coming around to the side, you can still stay with the variation of lifting the foot, or you're extending the leg behind. Turn the palm around, bring it behind. If it's too strong, come back down onto the knee, or stay with the leg extended. Nice breath. Reach to the sky. Lower the knee down to support you come around. Option to take it to the other side. So remember what your variation is here. You can leave the knee supporting you to the earth, or move into full side plank. Arm extends to the sky. Turn the palm around. Nice and steady. Reach back to the sky, knee lowers down, come back around. Extending back to the mountain. Nice breath. Right leg comes through, back to equestrian. Reaching up, crescent vinyasa. Hands come back to the earth. And step through. Soften in the knees and roll up through the spine. Relax. We're just going to take a yoga block and move into a nice wide forward fold. Just taking your block. A a wider stance. So your feet are parallel to your yoga mat. And you're going to actually spill forward and hinge from your hips. So I'll show you two different directions for this one so you get a sense. So you're still going to have that flat back. So spill forward. Bending in the knees. Can take a yoga block here, but I've still got a flat back. If you want to open up the knees, you're fine. You can rest on your block. Take the block lower. Take the block away maybe. And maybe you can lengthen the spine and go in a little deeper. Whatever variation, soften through the knees, rise up with a flat back and coming up. Legs back together. So just letting yourself now settle in Shavasana relaxation pose. And we'll have more time to explore these along the way. And just feeling now, settling into body. Physically let your body relax. And feeling what you have cultivated in your body. Tap into the energy. And that nice release. That tingling sensation. In yoga, this is what we call the prana, the vital energy. Nice breaths. Breathe into belly now and just let your breath move in. Into the chest, just let it all go. So you can stay here in Shavasana relaxation as long as you want to. Otherwise, thank you for joining in this evening, this morning, whatever time of day that you've created for yourself to come in. Now the practice, you can always repeat that sequence anytime, as many times as you'd like to. But at least we're getting some foundation coming back in. So Hari Om. And Hari is a place where we can learn to let go, to restore and to reconnect with breath. And Om is the sound, the vibration, a mantra. So allowing yourself now to just be present. And Hari Om Tat Sat.